And she says, okay, now you've got to sign up for this thing at Jewel, and I did, but now I hit a little minor roadblock, so now I have to get a IT kid to come in and help me figure out why my printer isn't accepting and this whole thing. But I would have saved quite a bit of money if I had followed her advice, and that's when I got the idea to have her come on the show. What are BOGO items?
BOGO is
B-O-G-O.
Right. That's buy one get one free in the grocery stores. Now, there's a national chain of inexpensive shoes. Can I say Payless? Yeah, I've worked for any of them. They have buy one get one free, and that's even another. When we get off grocery and start talking about other ways to shop, we just received a text on our way out here from Payless saying, "Look, you can take an additional 20% off your BOGO just by signing up." It's just a matter of signing up. Now, I do realize, because I talk to friends, I'll talk to people in the grocery store, it always surprises me, those who don't have the free card. And there's some people say it's privacy issues. Here again, you don't have to give up a social.
They don't ask you anything.
They don't want
your
Big Brother to know what you're buying. I don't care. They know that I buy Bar's ice cream 3 or 4 times a week because of your savings. So getting with the buy one, get one free, that's very important when you see these items, because when you see those items and then you have the additional discount. And now with the Jewel, they do have you print out coupons. With Dominic's, you're loading those coupons right onto your card. So you no longer have to cut them out. And that just started 6 months ago.
Onto what card?
Onto your Savers card.
That little thing that you give them?
Fob, that little plastic card. You,
How do you get them on there?
Twice a week. You go online, you register your card online, you then type in your password that you pick yourself, and then you start, instead of cutting, you start checking off. You're going down hundreds and hundreds of coupons that you'll use at Dominic's. So then you just hand them the card. Now you're handing them the card with those additional discounts. Just think, if you do have, again, for those who do like to cut coupons, if you have an additional coupon, you get savings on top of that. It's really,
I have seen her come home.
It's really not hard. When my neighbor has me go buy things from her, she always gets change back. She's always giving me too much money, and I said, no, it's not going to cost you this much money. And it's something that just, it makes you feel good. It's like losing 5 pounds because you're coming home and what you can. It's a budget diet, and in these times, you need to watch. You need to watch how much you're spending.
Pull out the receipts. Mikey wants to ask you something. Pull out the receipts.
I have a Jewel card, and I also have a Dominic's card, but I've had these for 15 or 20 years. They're check cards. When I opened up a checking account, I went to Jewel. Is this the same card, or do I need to sign up for something new
That
now?
little thing you
It would be the same card.
It is the same card?
Yeah, it is the same. It's exactly the same card. It was the card because when you signed up at 15 years ago,
it was a long time
mostly
ago.
for the checks. I've had my cards. When you see my Jewel card, it's sad.
Oh yeah, mine's falling apart.
Now they tell me, they said, you can just give us your phone number, and I said, I just love having.
I like swiping it.
Do you?
I do.
I like swiping it.
I like swiping it. I'm also a self-checker. I don't go to the checkout line. I do it all myself. Is that bad?
No, my boys love the self-checkout.
My daughter does too.
I love talking to, I have friends. And that's another thing. If you make friends with your grocery store, and I have a lot of friends, I mean, gone through their marriages, their births, their graduation of their children, that you have to do. I've always called, and I've only been in Chicago for 15 years, but I think of it as Mayberry. And when you go to the grocery store and you make friends, and this is important because just recently, Memorial Day weekend, went in to get some relish. It was on sale. I know it's 10 for 10. It was $1. They didn't have any. But Angie saw that I didn't have it. She said, oh, Karen, just grab the other one. One that was twice as much. Actually, one was, to be honest, 12 ounces. The other one was 48 ounces, so that's more than twice as much. And I got that for $1.
You did?
I sure did.
Of course, Angie was fired.
Yeah, then Angie was fired. Angie was no longer with Jewel. No, but that's, you can't be, naive to ask. Grocery stores, both of these chains that we've been talking about, will give, they will give rain checks. However, I lose those. So they will ask you, hey, we'll substitute because you're a good customer. The other thing that's now the grocery stores are doing is when you check out and you get a receipt, they will then give you, hey, next time you're in, $8 off $80, $10 off $120.
Really?
Wait till she brings these receipts out.
Yeah, bring them out.
We're going to talk.
I've never heard Chicago compared to Mayberry before.
That's right.
Oh, it is Mayberry.
Well, if you're talking about a big city, there are little communities inside that big city, and it's a little shopping center that takes care of the little community inside the big city. So you're absolutely right as far as the comparison.
It very much is. It's interesting because because as we've grown and we've been in the Park District Kiddie College program or the boys' elementary school, sometimes my shopping habits change from where they are. I'll drop my children off, then I'll go to that closer store. And then since the city has grown in our neighborhood, we now do have a Jewel and we now have a Dominick's close by. I've actually followed managers from one store to another.
Oh yeah?
And it's interesting, and they've seen my bills go up. No, I was just telling them, they said they were transferred to this one. I was like, oh, it's so good to see you. And when I'm checking out of our local Dominick's, you know, they'll ask me about my boys. How are they doing in school? Like I said, you become involved. Now, that's all nice, and everybody will have time for this. But what I'm saying is that also will help you with your buying. They will find, oh, no, we don't have this item. Here's an item to give you.
Like the relish.
Like the relish. That was a recent one. I mean, I came home and very excited. This is the same person who's talking to you, who got her wedding dress brand new, off the rack for $300. Didn't have to get it altered. I bought it in Baltimore, Maryland, and was told not to go down the aisle telling everybody it was $300, and I didn't have to have it altered. It was still my most expensive dress I ever wore, and I will only wear it once.
She's a shopper.
But I am a shopper. It's just something that it's very satisfying. Now, another way to do it is, I don't have time. Just like Laura will tell you. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't have time to exercise. I can't find time. Well, when you're in the city, or even out here in Elgin, I saw your red lights. If you're stopped, look up. Look up and you'll see Walgreens, milk, a gallon of milk.
She'll call me up. She'll say,
$1.99.
Do you need milk?
Walgreens. CVS. Transfer your prescription. All of us have monthly prescriptions for vitamins.
Sure.
Transfer it, and you'll get a $30 gift card.
I've seen that.
I transfer my prescriptions, monthly prescriptions, every month.
I'll
get a different place.
And you get $30 a month.
Get $30. I get $25 grocery. It's just by transferring. Now there's limitations. You can't buy certain things on them, but on the whole, not stamps or liquor. Sure. You can use it for everything else. It's just another way to save.
I'm still waiting for those
really
receipts.
Easy to do.
We are too. So hold the thought, because it's halftime. You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN 1410 AM. And before we go on, we'd like to thank our very special sponsors.
Dr. Claire Elias would be one next time we're on. We'll find out how she shops. 847-888-9988, 2001 Larkin Avenue. Of course, your favorite chiropractic person right there, Dr. Claire Elias, where she can take care of all things chiropractic. She's got a large Medicare practice as well, so give her a call, 847-888-9988. And as we know, it's class time tonight, class number 5, coming your way to Elgin Community College. No, number 3, I'm sorry. Number 3. But number 5 total, third one of the 5th, isn't it? Isn't that how the 5 works?
Third one of the 8th.
Third one of the 8th, as I said. It sounds like who's on first? Yeah, third one of the 8th. And I'm shopping at CBS right after this. There. Third one of the 8th, ECC tonight.
And a big thanks to Snob Hounds and Casey Tool, weekly sponsors of ours, without whom our show would not be possible. So let's get back to our show. Karen's digging out her... I haven't seen her come home. Go ahead.
No, her CBS in Dominick's, Elgin's not a strong Dominick's market.
Okay.
They had one that went out. We had some big...
What are we strong in out here?
Jewel is strong, but also
Woodman's.
what are your thoughts on an Aldi, which doesn't drive on coupons?
I love the Aldi.
Okay.
I'm new to the Aldi in the past year. I'm glad,
great
thank you, Jeff, for bringing that up, because I had passed Aldi's, but I actually found one because a new Trader Joe's opened up in Chicago, and on the bottom an Aldi's. So I walked in. I was first a little nervous because I normally don't carry cash, so you need to have cash or a debit card.
Oh, you do?
You do. They won't take credit cards. Yeah. So, but that keeps their prices down.
And bring your own bags.
And bring your own bags. Yeah, and bring your own bags.
It's great.
Good, Jeff.
Yeah.
Wow. Aldi is very good. Aldi, for a while, I was getting gallon milk for $1.49. Eggs for 89 cents.
How much did you pay for those eggs?
The butter.
Sure.
But Aldi's are very, Aldi.
You can't be addicted to a brand name. You got to go for product.
You can't be addicted. There's certain items, I'll be honest, I don't cheat on peanut butter. I don't cheat on some products, but you're absolutely right. If you can say, hey, look, this is wheat bread, it's wheat bread. Look at all the ingredients. It is the same. I mean, but I do. I'm glad you brought up Aldi, because it supplements every week. Yeah. It is, especially for their fresh vegetables and fruit.
That's great. Well, what about, since we're mentioning change, what about, there's none in Chicago, but there's like 11 Myers in Chicago.
Yeah, I know
Myers
Myers
is
from
great.
Ohio.
Yeah,
I know,
actually from Michigan.
Kroger's
They're
from the
Michigan.
South, but I have a family in Ohio that's how I knew about Myers.
They're in 5 states.
It's interesting because besides looking for my receipts to show everybody, I did just find Walgreens where I spent $14, but